So,
all right, guys, we are recording. If it could be put somewhere, that would be fun. You can. We'll make it work. I can hold it. I'll make it back.
I am in the. I'm in the. Yes. Yes. Is this Miley Cyrus? Okay. She told me to text it. Shit.
Hello, everybody. We are waiting for a movie. I know.
I should do like a disclaimer for this deal. Hey, there's me. Seriously though, you were looking all jokes aside. Serious business.
No.
Thank you. Watch your foot.
So what? Stand here or stand?
You can sit. You can stand or sit. It doesn't matter.
There we go.
Hey, hi everybody. I know we all planned to gather this evening to celebrate Marcus's 30th birthday. Okay. What a beautiful milestone for this amazing man that Maria brought into our lives. As it turns out, Maria and Marcus wanted to double the surprise by solidifying their commitment to one another by getting married today, here, now, in front of just a few of the family members they love most, in one of the places that means the most, the restaurant that helped build and sustain the Trentopoulos family for almost 40 years. Nadia wrote these vows.
Yeah, they're really good, by the way.
Nothing about this wedding ceremony, or this year for that matter, has happened the way that any of us envisioned. In a perfect world, we would be at the Greek church, followed by a gorgeous reception surrounded by every single person involved in making Marcus and Maria the adults that stand before you today. In addition to all the extended family members and friends, we would have Pilar here, the mother of the groom, to tell Marcus how proud she is of him and his resilience. We would have Tom here with us too to kiss his daughter and remind her how deeply loved she is. Costas would be here, and we extend our gratitude to Susan and Miss Mary for their unconditional love and support, and we wish they could be here with us today. In the absence of so many loved ones, we thank them and honor them and know that no matter how far away they are, whether it's 205 miles away in Queens or the much further trip to heaven, Marcus and Maria carry them in their hearts with every step they take. With that being said, those of you who are present today to witness this intimate ceremony are here by no accident. Marcus and Maria could very simply have walked into the courthouse to be married, but that option was out of the question for them. They love and respect you all too much to have kept you from bearing witness to the official moment where they become husband and wife. I know how much this means to them, especially considering how much they still want to put their hearts and souls into a more official celebration down the line in a safer future when everyone meaningful to them and their families can be present. And so, this exact ceremony seemed to be the happiest of mediums, a small circle of some of their treasured family and friends under the same roof where they declared their engagement. And when Maria asked me to officiate their ceremony this past Thursday, it felt
Shotgun wedding.
it felt as though the universe wanted to add one more string to tie us together as sisters and friends. When my mom moved to this country in 1976 at age 9, she met fellow fourth grader Christine at Pine Grove Elementary School. Christine was assigned to teach my mom about American currency, and they became fast friends. Their families intertwined. Tom and Christine would invite my mom and her little brother too on their date nights. Christine lent my mom her engagement dress when my parents got married. Maria and I met in the womb. We were born 5 months apart. We grew together. We swam in Mr. Costas and Miss Mary's pool, snacking on watermelon Miss Mary would slice for us. We painted rocks in West Virginia. Mr. Costas and Miss Mary shaped our childhoods with their generosity and warmth. And Maria and I got older. We buried my dad on the beach with our siblings and turned him into a mermaid with a large chest. Do you remember? We saw Ricky Martin perform live. We played a computer game her dad bought called Girl Talk, where the winner got to pick from a catalog of very specific pimples to pin on the forehead of the loser. We choreographed elaborate performances to convince our moms that Maria should get to skip Greek school and we should get a sleepover instead. We trick-or-treated our hearts out on Park Falls Drive. We came to Costas Inn for Take Your Daughter to Work Day. We had a blast cleaning the glasses behind the bar. We stayed at Costas Inn, working on Saturday nights throughout high school, bussing tables, and learning what it means to be a part of this family business. We floated on inner tubes in Lake Anna, and I watched Mr. Costas win big in Atlantic City. When I decided I was too cool to comb my hair anymore, Maria spent hours and an entire bottle of conditioner detangling the chaos growing out of my head. I remember. We crushed on boys, we shopped. We bought a shared shirt, which is a story Maria and I can tell you another day. And suddenly, we were grown-ups. Then Maria became this fierce, incredible, self-assured woman who was unapologetically herself. And so, one day at Sunset Cove became the first day of the rest of her life.
That's right. No shame. I have no shame.
Marcus entered stage left, and they became a couple almost instantly. Maria told me she'd met someone like she had never met before. Marcus was amazing. He was kind, strong, considerate, hardworking, generous, and thoughtful. His childhood circumstances were non-traditional, and he broke down unimaginable barriers to become the man he is today, a testament to the values Pilar instilled in him. He has a fantastic sense of humor, and he can do the best impersonations. He is a talented dancer with great rhythm and taste in music.
I do have great rhythm.
One of Maria's favorite traits in him is the deep sense of respect and compassion he has for women, which stems from his loving relationship with his mother, who he carries with him through every chapter of his life. I think one of the most remarkable wonders of life occurs when you meet the person who makes you feel complete, safe, and accepted, the person who transforms the world into a magical place, the person with whom you share a bond so pure it transcends normal relationships, and becomes something so wonderful you can't imagine spending another minute of your life without them. They merged their lives together quickly because that's how much faith they had in each other and in themselves as a unit. And they were right. As they stand here today, they have survived the happiest of moments and some dark days. They faced challenges they weren't necessarily prepared for, but they took each one on together and have used those experiences to strengthen their bond. They balance each other so perfectly that while they are tremendous each on their own, together they're even better. They care deeply and passionately for one another. They protect each other, make each other laugh, think outside of themselves in such a way that time magically seems to fly by and slow down when they're together. They help each other in ways that are both obvious and unnoticed. They have built their life together on the foundation of commitment, which will be legalized before you in just a few moments. Marcus, John and I were with you the night of your engagement.
Yes.
As we sat outside of the restaurant on Charles Street eating dinner, I distinctly remember the way that you were able to simultaneously hold your attention toward two very separate areas with more grace than I could have imagined. As you were eating your meal, you had one eye scanning our surroundings with vigilance. I knew the area was unfamiliar to you, so I thought maybe you were just trying to get your bearings. And then I saw where your other eye was fixated. It was locked on Maria, and it never moved, not once. And that's when I realized how vast your love truly was. This was bigger than you scanning an area as an officer. This was you, Marcus, holding Maria close and being ready to protect her from anything. I had never witnessed anything like it in my life, and I'll never forget the rush of gratitude I felt toward you in that moment, as I knew that my oldest friend would always be safe in your arms. Marcus and Maria, your marriage will be your promise to continue standing together and facing the world. It will mean having the capacity to trust, forgive mistakes, to offer space to grow, both individually and together. It is a common search for what is good and what is beautiful. My wish for you is that your lifetime together is one of loyalty, contentment, and moments you wish that will never end. This day is a bright spot in a year that has otherwise been uncertain and painful. Thank you for reminding us that love always prevails, even in 2020. I want to also take a moment to acknowledge once more the Trentopoulos family, Mr. Costas, Miss Mary, Nick, Pete, and Christine, for showering Maria with love and support from the very beginning, for shaping her life and by extension my own. It is my privilege to have become ordained to officiate this marriage before such a word of devoted family. So without further ado.
I know.
Ready? Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Dearly beloved guests, we are gathered here to join Marcus Henriquez and Maria Sambica Lambros in the union of marriage. This contract will not be entered into lightly, but thoughtfully and seriously under the eyes of God, with a deep realization of its obligations and responsibilities. Marcus, do you take Maria to be?
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect her in sickness and in health, holding on to her in this world and the next?
I do.
And Maria, do you take Marcus to be your husband?
Of course I do.
Do you promise?
You better.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him in sickness and in health, holding on to him in this world and the next?
I do.
Marcus and Maria, you will now exchange rings as symbols of your love and commitment to each other.
One second. I went in there good.
You sure did.
Want me to hold it and get it?
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe yours out.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him in sickness and in health, holding on to him in this world and the next?
You.
These rings mark the beginning of your journey together. They're worn on the left finger, as that is the only finger with a vein that runs to the heart. They're the seal of the vows you have just taken to love one another honestly, unconditionally, and forever. Marcus, please place the ring on Maria's finger and repeat after me. As a sign of my love,
As a sign of my love,
I have chosen you above all else.
I have chosen you above all else.
I will celebrate your spirit and accomplishments
I'll celebrate your spirit and accomplishments,
and will remind you each day of your beauty and strength.
and will remind you each day of your beauty.
I take you today as my partner,
I take you today as my partner.
and I will love you for the rest of my life. Wear this ring as a sign
Wear this ring as a sign
that my love is present,
that my love is present,
even when I am not.
even
And Maria, please place the ring on Marcus's finger and repeat after me. As a sign of my love,
As a sign of my love,
I have chosen you above all else.
I have chosen you.
I will celebrate your spirit and accomplishments,
I will celebrate your spirit and accomplishment,
and will remind you each day of your beauty and strength.
and each day of your beauty.
I take you today as my partner,
I take you today as my partner,
and I will love you for the rest of my life.
and I will love you for the rest of my life.
Wear this ring as a sign
Wear this ring as a sign
that my love is present,
that my love is present,
even when I am not.
even when I am not.
With these rings, you offer one another your promises that from this day forward, you will never walk alone. May each of your hearts be the other's shelter, and may each of your arms be the other's home. It is now my honor and delight to declare you married, husband and wife. Marcus.
Congratulations. You did really well for
Thank you, guys. Thank you. For the wedding ceremony, really appreciate it. On behalf of now, Mr. and Mrs. Henriquez, thank you. Thanks so much for coming. We appreciate you guys.
We love you.
Oh, my God.
Thank you guys again. Oh, look, it's Michael. He made it. Hey, what's up, buddy? Ah, yeah, it's a COVID wedding. Yes, it is.
Come on in. All right, next.
Don't have your camera
now. Wait, Marcus. Marcus. Stay.
From my heart, from Yaya's heart, we wish you guys the best life have to offer. You hit a home run.
Whew. Jesus. Not living in sin anymore.
Love you.
Let me hug you.
Hey, little buddy. Let's make funny faces on the camera. I'm gonna stop recording, but we can keep this party going.